Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. Today we continue the journey in learning Prism Midi Sequencer, and we are going to focus on editing trigger or notes that you have added to your pattern. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, we create a MIDI channel and an audio channel, and then for the audio channel this time we're going to choose Omega from Bliss. Of course, we're going to load Prism like so and connect the two like so. We're not going to filter on the MIDI channel because we don't need to for the purpose of the tutorial. Now we're going to leave the Dreamer piano as a patch because that sounds actually quite nice. We're going to maximize the window for Prism, select a new song, and then a tonal track for track number 1, which is the one selected by default. Let's go an octave lower, like so. Great. Now, we have seen in previous tutorial how to add notes to a pattern. So with a note selected here on the pad, we click here and we created a note. This covered 4 different steps because the length is 1/4. Of course, we can click here and hold and decrease the length. Like for example, going to 1/8, click on the note to remove it, click it again, and we see that it covered 2 steps because the number of steps here per bar correspond to the length of 1/16. Okay, let's create some notes like so to create a simple pattern where we have the C note which is repeated 8 times. So that is nice and simple. Now, if I want to change the velocity of all the notes, your first instinct might be to go here, click and hold and move, which you can do also here, is moving, right? Press play. Nothing is really happening, right? So the first thing that you need to do is to ensure that your synth is actually receiving velocity. In this case, if I go to the operator, you see the velocity set to 0. So for all the operators, so I'm going to change that to 100 to ensure that it responds to velocity. As you can hear, it's not changing in velocity. And this is because you're changing the velocity of the default note, not the notes which have been already added to the pattern. So if you click and hold on a note, you go inside this view. If you let go, you go back to the previous view. If you click and hold, and then you press this lock icon, and then you let go here, the screen stays. If you unlock it, the screens disappear. Okay, so if you click and hold again on a note, then what you can do as that note is selected, as you're holding, you can go to velocity and decrease that. So let's try. So you can hear now that the first note has a different velocity. Now let's re-enter that note, click and hold again, and as you're holding, you can click on other notes like so to select them, or click and hold on one to select all of them. When you have selected all of them, click and move the velocity to change the velocity for all the notes which are selected. Back at the beginning, click play. Okay, so let's try again. Click and hold, and then we can change the note like so. You can see in this case I've locked the screens, all the notes are selected, I can change the velocity. Okay, so let's click unlock to go back to the previous screen. Click and hold on one note, you can change the note here and changing the length like so. Right, can do it here as well, right? Or you can do it here as well. Click in there, and then you can establish how long that will be. Okay, and of course, as you click here, you can see the change here in length, the length that is changing. Okay, so click here to set it as default. Sometimes it leaves behind the last position where it played as a step selected in green. To remove that, go back at the beginning using the transport control of AUM. Now, other things that we can do, click and hold. At the moment, it says Note C. Lock the screen, and it says C, octave 2. So we can click on A to add another note, like so. So let's try. Nice. We can click on another note, like so. And click and hold. Okay, like so, to select only that one, and then add multiple notes if you want to. So you can see that it is really easy to add notes. Now, something else you can also do, let's take this chord here, click and hold and let go, is a C, so we can create a major chord like so. Now, with this screen selected and this chord, you can, if you click up here, it goes up by one note. So the C has become a D, the E has become an F, and the G has become an A. And you see corresponding changes here. If you click below here, it moves down of one note, of course, within the scale which is selected. So that's a quick way to actually adjust very quickly or transpose up and down by a note. Of course, you can move left and right, the note which is selected. You can also sample here. Click again to disable, or you can try again as many times as you like. Okay, perfect. Now, let's exit that screen again. Let's go here to the sequencer transformation. Click and hold clear to clear the pattern. Okay, let's create again the same pattern like so. Nice and simple, very quick. Now, that is happening because I still have selected one note. So make sure you have, one chord. That is what it kept as before. So make sure you go to the pad first before you enter note and select only one note. Of course, if that is what you want to do. But in this case, I'm after that. Okay, perfect. So we have only notes now for each alternating steps. Okay, let me show you something else now. Click and hold on the note here and select that. Then these two as well. Okay. So now you see this bar here. Now move these to the right. So what it's doing is for these, and this one steps is going to shift the play to the right, almost like a delay. So you can start to create some rhythm, which is quite nice. So imagine you can do this here, click and hold, and then select additional notes like so. And then let me actually do it with my finger like so. And then you can do this moving, anticipate the position of that note. So these will be delayed and these two will be anticipated. So they will play closely to each other in terms of tempo. And then there will be a gap here as well there will be here. So let's play. And so that is a nice way to actually create some rhythm. And that is very useful, for example, if you have a bass. Let me show you something else as well. Click and hold here. And let's select other notes like so. So we have these notes selected. Then we click here where it says every. So it will play every time. Click and hold and move up. Or you can also move down. Like so. You can select whatever you like. And we go to something like something simple, actually. Let me try again. Sometimes it does that. So I prefer to have something. Well, let's stick to this one. So it will play twice, and then and the next time we'll skip. Okay, and that is for that note. Of course, I want to do it for all notes like so. So I'm going to change that. And of course, you can decide as you like it. Okay, so it will play twice this note, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And after it play them twice, it will skip them. And then it will start again as a pattern. So you can hear the third time that he played that bar, he skipped these notes, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So that is why it says every ear. So you can click and hold and move up and down to actually decide how that would work. You can have different options like so, which you can choose here as well. So that works actually quite nice. Okay, and of course you can set it back to 1. Which will play always all the time. But remember, you need to do it for all the different notes. So click and hold like so, and then you can say you can choose here to have a custom version as well, or you can actually move it here back to where you would prefer, like this one will play all the time. Okay, I'm going to stop here for this tutorial. Hopefully now you know how to edit notes. We have seen how to select them, how to select multiple notes or triggers. We have seen how to change the velocity for particular notes and the length. We have seen how to change the play mode. We've seen also how to delay the timing for playing notes. We've seen also how to add notes to a particular step and for creating chords. Okay, see you next time.